Actress Dakota Johnson is reportedly crushed over the scathing reviews of her new flick, Madam Web. Insiders claim Johnson, 34, fears the fantastic flop will have devastating consequences on her future in Hollywood, RadarOnline.com has learned. Despite an $80 million budget and hype over the sci-fi action flick, Madam Web scored a measly 13% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. One critic blasted the film as a torturous saga that haplessly spins about in circles. Another sneered, "Madam Web isn't as bad as you've heard. It's so much worse." Dakota Johnson's Spidey-adjacent misadventure is the cats of superhero movies. Less than stellar reviews spell bad news for the 34-year-old daughter of Hollywood heavyweights Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith. People say she was beside herself, sobbing on her boyfriend Chris Martin's shoulder, and that her mom and dad were worried sick about her, a veteran Tinseltown PR rep dished to the National Enquirer. The industry insider noted, Dakota has desperately tried to shed the nepo baby tag for as long as she's been acting, and lackluster reviews will do anything but help her efforts. The actress was previously panned for her performances in 50 Shades of Grey and its sequels. Now, the source warns the big-budget bomb may obliterate her career, saying, "It certainly will be difficult for her to recover from a disaster of this magnitude." Madam Web was released just 2 months after The Marvels became the lowest-grossing Marvel Cinematic Universe title of all time. With all of the bad reviews, Dakota's petrified Madam Web could do even worse and become the biggest Marvel flop of all time, the source said. That's the last thing she needs on her resume. No one may hire her after this. The insider warned. RadarOnline.com has reached out to Johnson's reps for comment. On top of lackluster reviews, Johnson faced scrutiny over her inability to mesh with her Madam Web co-stars, particularly Euphoria femme fatale Sydney Sweeney. A big reason Dakota didn't get along with them is that her Little Miss Perfect act is catching up with her, an insider dished. She's had an utterly charmed life and career, but this woman lacks grit, and it's becoming the first thing people notice when they work with her. A source snitched that Johnson came across as privileged and sheltered, while Sweeney is all about keeping it real, almost to a fault, and Dakota doesn't have the courage to be that way.